Hey everyone, Matron here, bringing you another StarCraft 2 commentary. This time, first round action in Blizzcon 2010 Invitational. We have Dimaga, the Zerg from Ukraine, versus MakaPrime, the Terran player from South Korea. So we have our good luck, have fun, good games going on here, and we'll get underway with this best of 3 series. Game 1 will be played on Xel'naga Caverns, Maka spawning as the blue Terran in the northeast corner, and Dimaga spawning as the red Zerg in the southwest corner. One thing I will be interested to see is how Zerg players use the Roach now that they've had a whole week to practice with it. MLG DC happened just a few days after this Roach patch, and we weren't sure whether the players were going to be able to adapt quickly enough to incorporate that Roach play. But now that BlizzCon is a full week and a half after the patch, we should see some Roach play from these Zerg players. 5 Zerg out of the 16 invited to this BlizzCon tournament. So I think Blizzard wanted to have a relatively even set of races. We see a SCV being sent out here, possibly to deny the fast expansion from Dimaga. SCV sent out even before the supply depot was finished. So one important thing is try to deny this fast expansion from the Zerg player, something you'll see the Terran and Protoss do quite a bit, as this SCV is going to be sent out well before the drone. Once this drone sees him, it looks like Dimaga is going to try to establish this base anyway. He's going to pull off a number of drones and try to do as much damage to this SCV and keep this this hope of a fast expand alive. So Maka's SCV down to 5 HP, Dimaga trying to throw down that expansion. Dimaga now pulling off 3 drones, eventually able to take out that SCV, and now using the low HP drone to set up this expansion. So about 2 minutes 45 seconds in the game, he's able to throw up that second hatchery. We see Maka sending out another SCV and also has a Marine rallied towards this expansion. So 2 SCVs now, 1 bunker being thrown down by Maka. This second SCV is going to be able to come and repair the first SCV as well as finish the bunker if this one dies. So we'll see how Dimaga responds to this. Looks like he's pulling off 4 drones. He wants to make sure that this hatchery gets up without any sort of delay. So he's going to try to take out this SCV down to 12 hit points. This other SCV is going to be able to come in and repair this bunker. The first SCV does go down, and now these drones are just trying to box out this SCV. If this Marine's able to get into the bunker, he's going to be able to start shooting. The drones are trying to block it, but the SCV or the Marine is able to get it in the bunker and now start in on that hatchery. The first 6 Zerglings coming out for Dimaga here, so we'll see whether he's able to push down this bunker just through 1 Marine in there. So we see the SCV expertly pulled into the bunker and then rallied out. He's going to be able to avoid any sort of pressure from the drones here by using these waypoints out of the bunker with the SCV. But eventually that bunker does go down. Dimaga didn't take too much damage on that hatchery. Lost a few Zerglings. Looks like he lost not even any Zerglings to that Marine there. So another more pressure coming out from MakaPrime. A Reaper coming in could pick off a number of Zerglings here or drones. It looks like Dimaga is not yet going to do a transfer to this natural. He is getting up a Roach Horn. He's going to be able to deal very well with that Reaper once he gets the Roaches out. If we look at the production tab, it looks like his first 2 Roaches are coming, and the Reaper's not going to be able to do too much as there are no drones to harass here. There's a Queen in the main, and that's going to be able to shoo away the Reaper as well. So out come these Roaches, going to be able to take down this Reaper, so no more scouting for the Terran player here. MakaPrime has gotten up a factory and now working on a command center as well, so it doesn't want to fall behind too much in the economic game against our Zerg player here. We have the starport going up. No add-on yet being prepared for this starport. A lot of times you'll see that tech lab or the reactor go up on the factory. It looks like we are going to see some Roach pressure from Dimaga. If we look at the army tab, both players just small armies. These Roaches are going to be able to reach these supply depots without any sort of pressure from the Marauder here. They could position on the top and just start pushing down the supply depots, forcing some repair from MakaPrime. We have Zerglings trying to take the tower here. We see that Dimaga's done a nice job with his Overlords spread all around. He's going to be able to see anything coming from any angle. He's got one down the center as well. And now just pulling back to this watchtower. Going to try to focus down. Oh, and he loses that Reaper. So MakaPrime now lost 2 Reapers and an early Marine along with that bunker there. So quite a bit of losses for the MakaPrime Terran player. We do see a tech lab going down on this factory, so possibly see some tanks. Tanks very good on this map. If you're able to choke right here, you can deny the middle 2 pathways for the Zerg attack. Multiple paths of attack on this Xel'naga Caverns map. So we see another barracks going down as well. MakaPrime has not yet landed his orbital command. Looks like he's going to do that right now, setting up a bunker for defense. Fuku the Army tab 625 to 300, so Dimaga does have quite the lead in Army now, but MakaPrime's first Banshee does come out, and now he's going to be able to do quite a bit of harassment with this Banshee. Maka's getting up 2 more Queens after he sees this Banshee, so he will have 4 Queens total once these 2 finish. Very good early anti-air defense against the Banshee. I'm not really sure why MakaPrime is attacking these Zerglings and Roaches with the Banshee. He should be pushing offensively before Dimaga can get up any sort of air defense. You see Dimaga is working on the evolution chamber as well, so we'll see some spore crawlers, and the Banshee's just not going to be able to do too much once those spore crawlers and queens come up. We do not have cloak being researched for MakaPrime, so he may just be using this Banshee to sort of distract and make Dimaga throw up a bunch of anti-air that he maybe won't need later on in the game. Dimaga is now getting up 2 spore crawlers and working on a 5th queen. An attack with the Zerglings here at the front door of MakaPrime, not taking anything down. This bunker is going to go down, perhaps the supply depot. If anything, they're going to make this orbital command lift off. MakaPrime just not with much of an army here. Needs to start pumping out of these barracks. He does have a reactor on this one barracks, so going to be able to get his Marine count up very high. This Banshee doing as much damage as it can, only 5 kills, so a little bit of a waste of that Banshee. So we see a second Banshee come into play here, and now they will be going on the offensive and trying to take down drones and the base of Dimaga. Actually, instead it looks like he's just going to use these Banshees to soften up the Zergling count here. So we see Dimaga has positioned his Roaches in the back door, possibly for some harassment. Banshee's now being split, 1 on each tower. Going to try to scout and deny any sort of Zergling pressure. But the Zerglings and Roaches are going to come in and pressure this natural of MakaPrime. He may have to lift off this orbital command once again, huddling around this bunker. Just so few units for MakaPrime here. Dimaga is pulling back with these Roaches as he's got no answer for these Banshees. Banshees with quite a bit of energy, so if we see Cloak researched at some point, they may be able to do a lot of damage if they're able to cloak. See Dimaga throwing up the auxiliary hatchery here. He's got many queens that he did prepare for the anti-air against those Banshees, so he's going to be able to inject all of these hatcheries. He is getting up a 3rd base as well. Does not yet have these destructible rocks down though, so this 3rd base is going to be susceptible to some pressure from MakaPrime if he's able to come down here. But right now he's just pinned back in his base, playing very defensive. If we look at the Zerg player's view, he's got view all over the place, all these extra bases here, and both towers, overlords all over the map. And the Terran players just got the